Hey, my name is Kim Von Coels of the Krumble Empire, and I am a creative photographer who specialises in light painting. So I discovered light painting as a teenager and played around with it a little bit, but really have made it my main form of photography for around 3 years now. I like all sorts of creative photography. The weirder the better, really, playing with costumes, with set, with props, with makeup, anything that's a bit odd and a bit different. And I like to incorporate all that kind of stuff into my light painting work. A big part of light painting for me is to get to spend creative, fun times with my friends. And I'm very lucky to be surrounded by some really amazing people who enjoy the same things as I do. Models, especially, my friends always double up as models. And yeah, just going interesting places, discovering new locations, spending time outside at night. So after playing around with light painting on my own, I Googled it one day and discovered this massive online world of awesomeness and all these other amazing artists that are really doing some incredible stuff. People like Patrick Rochon, Palateth, Rosetta Whitehead, Zhao Yang, artists all over the world on this amazing online community who are doing these crazy things, and I just wanted to go out and try some of those things, and that's kind of what's led me to where I am today. Two main processes for me: working in a studio or working on a location. So in a studio I usually work in complete darkness. It gives you more time to create the effects you want. It makes things sharper or cleaner. In a location there's often some ambient light, or if there isn't, you kind of create some so you're not tripping over stuff or falling down holes. You can work with it. It limits your exposure times and it changes the way you work, but it's part of working in a location, and I really enjoy that, and I like using the locations to become part of my story and for them to inspire what we're going to do in the picture. Okay, so here's some of my tools that I use. I've accumulated quite a few things over the years. I mostly used this adapted kids lamp, put light in it, and you can create these wonderful wispy, kind of watery, smoky effects. And then there's also a black version, which nowadays I'm lucky enough to own an official light painting brushes version. This one here is great because they have a universal connector. It fits most tools to most torches, small torches, and it's really practical for light painting. And so yeah, so here we have a black fibre optic where only the points light up, which creates a very different effect. But it's a very popular tool in light painting. Anyone who's really interested in light painting will probably have heard of a guy called Eric Paré, main pioneer of tube light painting. He's really brought it to another level with his friend Kim Henry, and it's basically a plastic tube with a torch in the end, and when you light it up it turns into a big lightsaber. When I'm on location, I find quite often, obviously when you're working with the ambient light, you need a torch that's powerful enough to overcome the ambient light without having to be on for too long. So this is a great powerful torch by LED Lenser, the X21R2, and it's really bright. I use this in conjunction with filters to change the colours, and it just throws so much light out into such a big space. It really makes light painting on location a lot easier, although in the studio I find it's a little bit too much. There's a couple of different ways of using a laser. I've tried using it to draw lines on the skin, but the most popular way is with smoke, where you use a laser that has more than one point, as you can see. Then you use smoke, so you can use smoke pellets or smoke bombs or vape or smoke machine to bring the lines, the individual lines out. But that's a very sci-fi look, and it's very popular. Smoke and lasers always makes everything look awesome. I mainly photograph people, so whether I'm in the studio or in a location, I like to have a person as my main subject matter. I guess that comes from my love of portraiture and fashion photography, and it just gives a focus to the picture. Where light painting is going for me is just to do some more different things. Been working with a filmmaker, or a couple of filmmakers, trying out some stop motion light painting photography and combining it with their film work, which has been really interesting, and playing around with different ideas and different techniques. I've recently started experimenting in water, you know, maybe getting some commission work, building it into part of my income as well would be great. And also, I'd like to work towards having a studio. And yeah, if you'd like to check out any of my work, you can head to www.thekrumbleempire.com, and that's Krumble with a K. you.